And whimsy.
And it's also MS Awareness Month.
MS Awareness Month? What's MS, Jess?
MS is multiple sclerosis. Yeah. Oh.
I thought it was going to be Miss. Or that magazine.
What magazine?
Miss.
Is that a magazine?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I mean, it used to be. Who knows if it still exists now. But
So multiple sclerosis. What is multiple sclerosis? It's an autoimmune disease. Essentially, your immune system decides it wants to attack the coating on your nerves. And you get these little lesions in your brain that make it hard to function.
I'm your immune system. I'm going to gobble up all the bad things that are inside your body. Roar, I'm mean, I'm horrible. Oh, look, it's a heart. I think I'll take that too.
Stop.
Maybe a brain.
Stop.
No, I'm an immune system. I'm activated.
You done?
Yeah, I guess so.
So odds are you probably know somebody or related to somebody who has MS. In this case, I have MS.
You have MS?
I do. My MS anniversary is actually next month on April 2nd, which I always said was the worst April Fool's joke because MS sucks, and also because it's the day after April Fool's, so it's pretty poor planning.
Yeah.
That was in 2014, so it's been 6 years now.
So that was quite a surprise for us both.
Yes.
And as a result, we did a lot of scrambling to try to figure out what our response to this was going to be. And angry letters didn't seem to do it.
No.
But instead, we did a whole lot of research on drugs and efficacy and that sort of stuff. And Jess made a very tough and brave decision.
I decided to do this without disease-modifying drugs, DMDs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
DMD.
Looking at the research, the efficacy rate is real low, and the side effects are intense for a lot of them. The doctors that I first saw, the neurologist who first diagnosed me, said, here, read through all of this literature on drugs and decide which one you can live with the side effects, because that's the only way to make this choice. And I said, none of them. Those are all terrible.
Fun fact, if you're 40 years old or older, the efficacy of MS drugs tanks!
It's practically
horribly.
nothing.
Just something they don't tell you, but something that you might want to be aware of and look up on your own.
Now, they're always coming out with new things, so at some point they might come up with one that's fantastic. But until then, I am choosing lifestyle and diet changes for my treatment plan. I did a lot of research on that too, and ended up stumbling across Terry Wahls' book, Dr. Wahls, excuse me, the Wahls Protocol, which will link in the description. And that really was a big turning point for us. It made a huge difference in everything, including symptoms and side effects. And the hardest part of it is the food, I think. We're at Wahls Level 3 right now, which is a combination of keto and paleo. You do both of them, essentially, which is kind of intense. If you've ever tried one or the other, you know it's already pretty difficult. So when you combine the two, it's really hard to do. But we've been doing paleo for 6 years now, and keto for 2 years, and haven't cheated.
No, that's been amazing. That's people who say you can't maintain keto for more than a month or two and then you go back. Yeah, they just haven't had their life on the line.
And also, fun fact, the side effects from this treatment plan is that you lose weight. Yay!
What? Hugely.
I think I lost around 60 pounds.
Yeah.
Him too.
yeah. I got to a previously unheard of weight, so that was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And the results, as far as MS goes,
I went from 14 active brain lesions when we started to 1, and have the MRIs to prove it.
Just 1.
So I'm going to keep up with this because clearly the efficacy is at least as good, if not better, than the drugs, and the side effect is weight loss.
Yeah, and feeling better about yourself in every way.
Yeah, my energy went up too, which is also a problem with multiple sclerosis, is you only have so much energy that you can use in a day, and when it's gone, it's gone. I've actually been laying on the couch partway through the day before going, I can't actually move my hand right now. There's just no way I can lift it.
And to be clear, this isn't curing MS.
No.
And the drugs aren't trying to cure MS either at this point. This is just trying to slow down the progression of symptoms or stop the progression of symptom of the disease itself. So, this isn't something where she can say, I've been keto for a while, I don't have MS anymore. She's still going to experience all of those things that MS brings to your life, which is a huge impact on life. It's made a big difference.
And it's different for everyone. Some of the more common things are temperature intolerance, heat being the more common one, but cold intolerance is a thing too. Pain randomly, lack of motor function for a lot of things. Basically anything your brain or your spine controls is subject to succumbing to this.
Including some mental fatigue and mental fogging and stuff, which is, really rough when you're someone who's been an intellectual your whole life. To have your mind start to slow down a little bit, it can be a little scary.
I actually had to close my business down, which had become fairly successful because I couldn't do the small motor functions anymore. I used to make dolls and toys and puppets, and I couldn't do that anymore because I got a tremor that just made it so I couldn't do the fine details.
A lot of people find they have to quit their jobs as well because if they're having a bad MS day or if they lose their energy level throughout the day, they become a lot less reliable at work. And a lot of the people who get this are women who are type A personalities. So these are women who drive themselves constantly to be better than everyone around them, to achieve more. And these are the people who are most impacted by the inability to be able to maintain those standards anymore.
And that brings us to stress.
Yeah.
Most of us are high stress who end up doing it. And that is the thing I still haven't managed to get a hold on out of all of these treatment things. Stress eludes me. But I did start going to therapy recently, which has been an exciting adventure to say the least. And I'm hoping that before long we will manage to get my stress levels closer to a normal person's, which will help prevent future flares up as well.
Yeah, stress is the number one thing that'll make everything worse. The number one thing that's been found in people who have MS is a lack of vitamin D.
Almost, I think it's 90-something% of people with MS get their vitamin D levels tested and it's tanked. Mine was in single digits, which I know you probably don't know. That's really bad. I developed like a full facial muscle twitch for months until we got my levels back up to where they needed to be.
Yeah.
As a result, daily I take a vitamin D supplement, D3, and I recommend anyone who has MS get checked for that. Get your D levels checked because that will make a huge impact.
Absolutely. Also, as a result of this, Jess went back to school to learn how to be a nutritional therapist because we found there was not consistent information anywhere about nutrition, the effect on your body. There was a lot of contradiction there. So she wanted to get access to the studies themselves and be able to know what they meant. And so she went back to school and got certified. And now she can kind of put her own treatment together with that.
Yeah, and maybe we'll do an AMA for nutrition at some point.
Ooh, that's an excellent idea.
Yeah.
Well done.
Turmeric, just as a fun little fact to throw in there, anything you can do to fight inflammation is going to be huge with multiple sclerosis. Turmeric is one of the best things you can do for that. You can look at a number of official studies that have been done now, and it's just the curcumin, which is a phytonutrient or phytochemical that's in turmeric, is the main thing that does the labor on this, and it's huge. As a result, we have a tea that we drink every single morning that is ginger because of migraines, turmeric because of inflammation and trying to block that, cayenne, black pepper. The black pepper is because, fun fact again, that will make any other thing that you're doing nutrition-wise 200% more bioavailable. So your body will be that much more likely to process it properly. So black pepper.
That's Professor McLean right there. And
The
then
more you know.
And then we throw in fish oil because that's
not into the
something,
tea, but
no.
But it's a big anti-inflammatory.
Yeah. So essentially, you're trying to keep yourself away from anything that's going to cause a immune response inside your body, whether it's a food allergy, a outside allergy, getting sick, any of these things, because all of these things can activate your immune system, which is gonna then say, hey, while I'm up and doing stuff, let's just go attack some other things.
Also, back on the food thing for just a quick minute, healing your gut. I know there's a lot of buzz out there about microbiome and leaky gut and everything. It's no joke. It has a lot to do with developing food intolerances and a lot of other things, and we could do an entire video on that, and we might in the future. But keep track of your gut bacteria. I know it sounds real appealing when I say it that way. It makes a huge difference in every aspect of your health.
If you harass your doctor enough, or if you have a doctor who is willing to work with you, there are tests you can do to find out what kinds of stuff you will cause inflammation inside of you that you shouldn't be eating anymore. And there's a lot of really obvious ones that you can eliminate from your diet if you're willing to do whatever it takes.
There are also a lot of online companies that you can get those tests from now and just skip your doctor entirely, because a lot of times, depending on your doctor, they like to fight you on that.
And your insurance probably won't cover it anyway.
Yeah.
But,
so talking about doctors.
Yeah.
You need a good team to work with you. I did not have that when I started off, except for my primary care, who's amazing. She's been a great supporter of all of the stuff I've chosen, but I have yet to find a neurologist who will work with me in this area, at least. I'm still searching.
Apply below.
Yeah, right. If you're in the New England area and you're a neurologist who's open to alternative treatments, please comment. Get in touch with me. I desperately want to talk to you. Her neurologists in the past have been kind of bullies, actually, and fearmongers.
And well in the pocket of pharmaceutical. There's a beautiful tool that they offer online which allows you to see how much money your doctor takes, any doctor takes, from the pharmaceutical industry. Don't allow doctors to be bullies. Sleep. Sleep is one of the, along with stress, sleep is probably the first or second most important thing you can do to allow your body to heal naturally and to get past some of this stuff. So make sure you get good sleep. And if you're like most MS patients and you're in way too much pain to sleep all the time, there are some things that Jess has found to do that help out a lot.
Yeah, lavender essential oil. We dab it on our pillows, and it actually helps a lot. And if you get a high enough quality one that doesn't have any solvents, you can dab a drop on your wrist before you go to bed, and it helps a lot. Peppermint tea will help soothe you in the evening and calm you down a bit.
Absolutely, chamomile tea if it's something if you don't have hay fever allergies.
And less expected ASMR videos. It sounds silly, but I find them very soothing and relaxing, and I watch a few of those right before going to bed instead of watching other stuff, and it helps.
And I think that's pretty much how we treat MS, with the exception that there's some things you just have to accept, that there are times you have to not do things.
If you have any other questions about MS or what we do about it, write them in the comments, and maybe we'll do a secondary video on this if people are interested.
Absolutely.
Also, if you're interested in other nutrition fun facts or just questions that you have, write that below too, and we'll think about doing one of those. And we've just barely touched on this subject, so...
Yeah, absolutely.
Another video is probably coming in the future on it.
She's a wealth of knowledge, but we did want to make sure we got something in for MS Awareness Month before we got too distracted.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we've done our good deed for the day, so let's go
cross
across the cake.